The order of detention documents for John Karony, the CEO of SafeMoon, appear to have been updated. This coming from a post by DeFi Magnus, who also provides those documents in their reference. So we're going to be talking about that in this video. If you want to stay up to date with what's going on with the court proceedings with SafeMoon, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, I have my own Telegram group, and I would love to have you guys be a part of that. You can find a link to that down in the description below. That's Team Crypto Atlas over on Telegram. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right on into the news with this. DeFi Magnus says here on Twitter, John Karony order of detention documents updated, outline of directives from the order of detention. See here for summarized and easy to digest bullet points. The case involves the United States of America and a defendant named Braden John Karony. The court has ordered the detention of the defendant pending trial based on findings of fact and conclusions of law as required by, it gives you the code. There are two sections detailing rebutable presumptions for detention. Under the code, a rebutable presumption arises if the offense involved is a crime of violence, an offense with a maximum sentence of life imprisonment or death, a drug offense with a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years or more, or any felony if the defendant has been convicted of 2 or more offenses of a similar nature. Under provides the code, a rebutable presumption also arises for certain offenses involving minor victims, firearms, controlled substances, or if the offense is a felony under certain sections of the United States Code. The order notes that the defendant John Karony has not introduced sufficient evidence to rebut the presumption for detention, or that evidence presented was insufficient to rebut the presumption after consideration. Part 3 of the order provides an analysis and statement of the reasons for detention, indicating that the court finds no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the appearance of the defendant John Karony as required or the safety of the community. Reasons for detention may include the weight of evidence against John Karony, criminal history, the potential for obstruction of justice, and other factors such as history of substance abuse or lack of stable residence. Part 4 gives directions regarding detention, stating that the defendant is remanded to the custody of the Attorney General or a representative for confinement in a corrections facility. The document is signed by a U.S. District Judge named Eric R. Committee and is dated November 13th, 2023. I will provide a link to this tweet down in the description below. That way then, if you want to go show your support for DeFi Magnus, number 1, you can do so with that. Number 2, you can also see right here the actual documentation. My recommendation, because it is a little bit hard to see with the size of the font here, if you're on a computer, you can click on the image and open it up in a new tab and then be able to zoom in by using things like Control+, Control- to zoom out. Anyways, so there you go. There's the latest update. And I'll keep you guys posted as I continue to find more information, what's happening throughout this process. Don't forget, it's not just John Karony. There's also Thomas Smith. There's also Kyle Nagy. There's also the fraud being positioned by the SEC against SafeMoon as a crypto itself, being an unregistered security. So there's a handful of things that are in motion here. Let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comments below. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. I really appreciate you guys. Also, thank you to my YouTube members for your support. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.